Hello and welcome. Today we're going to dive into something pretty amazing. A single AI tool that's completely changing the game for one of the most complex fields out there, analyzing our entire planet from space.
I mean, really think about that for a second. What if you didn't have to be a coding wizard to unlock the secrets hidden in planetary scale data? What if you could just ask? It sounds a little like science fiction, right? But it's the whole idea behind what we're exploring today.
So, first things first, let's talk about the beast at the heart of all this, Google Earth Engine, or GEE. And it's hard to wrap your head around the scale here. We're talking over 90 petabytes of data. To put that in perspective, that's like thousands of times bigger than the entire US Library of Congress. It's decades of satellite imagery for the whole globe. It is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful tools we have for understanding our planet.
But with all that incredible power comes, well, a pretty big hurdle. And for a lot of people, that hurdle has always been the sheer complexity of its coding environment.
And this is the fundamental problem right here. On one side, you have this incredible promise, the potential to tackle our biggest challenges, like tracking deforestation, monitoring how our cities are growing, and researching climate change. But on the other side, for so many people who could use it, there's just this wall, a really complex, JavaScript-based platform that demands some serious programming skills.
And look, this isn't just some small inconvenience. As this quote points out, that technical barrier is a very real problem, especially for students. It can stop the next generation of scientists and researchers dead in their tracks before they even get started.
So what if you had a partner to help you climb over that wall? Well, this is where the story gets really interesting. Let's talk about the GEAI Assistant.
So what is this thing exactly? It's basically a smart Chrome extension that plugs right into the Google Earth Engine you already know. And because it's powered by Gemini AI, its entire job is to be your coding partner, to translate your ideas written in plain old English into code that actually works.
And this is where the magic happens. The whole process becomes incredibly simple. You don't need to memorize complex commands or function names. You just write what you want. You can literally ask it to create an NDVI map for Kolkata. That's just a way to measure plant health from space, and it knows exactly what you mean.
And just like that, the assistant does all the heavy lifting for you, spitting out a script that's ready to go. This is a huge shift, right? It means you get to focus on the science, the what and the why, while the AI handles the nitty-gritty of how to code it.
And getting started is designed to be just as easy. You just install the extension from the Chrome store, open up the familiar GEE code editor, and you are ready to start asking questions. That's it. 3 steps.
Okay, but don't think for a second that this is just a code generator for beginners. No. This thing is designed to help you through the entire research process, from your first little idea all the way to getting your work published. Let's take a look.
The best way to think about it is like having a virtual tutor sitting right next to you. I mean, yeah, it generates new code, obviously, but it also has an auto error fix button for when things go wrong. It can give you information on over 5,000 different data sets, help you export your maps and charts for a paper, and get this, it can even build entire interactive web apps for you.
And this might be one of its most powerful features. The assistant is multilingual. The prompt you're seeing here, that's written in Bengali, asking for that same kind of map, and the assistant gets it perfectly. It works with Hindi, Telugu, Marathi, and more. This isn't just a cool party trick. It's about breaking down real language barriers to make this science truly global.
So we've seen how it helps beginners and non-English speakers. But what about the professionals, the researchers who already have their own ways of doing things? Well, the tool builds a bridge for them too. This is a super important question for any serious data scientist. GE is fantastic for that initial heavy-duty processing, but you almost always want to bring your data into a language like Python or R for more advanced stats or custom charts, or to mix it with other data. Well, the solution is unbelievably seamless. With a single click, the AI assistant converts the JavaScript it just wrote for you into a script that's ready to run in Python or R, the 2 biggest languages in the data science world. It's the perfect translator between these different worlds. And it's not just a basic, clumsy translation either. The code it generates is smart. It automatically pulls in the key libraries that pros already use day in and day out. For Python, You've got your GeoMap, Pandas, and Matplotlib. For R, it's using packages like RGE, Terra, and ggplot2. It knows the tools of the trade.
Okay, so let's zoom out. We've seen all the cool features, the bells and whistles. But what's the big picture impact here? Why does this tool really matter? Because this isn't just about a neat new extension. It's about a fundamental shift in who gets to do this kind of science. It all comes down to this core philosophy. The idea that your coding skills, or even the language you speak, should never be what holds back learning or innovation. It empowers students everywhere. It doesn't matter if they're in a top university lab or teaching themselves in a small village, they can now do early research and create work that meets a global standard.
You know, the developer of the tool really said it best with this quote. This is not just another plugin. It's a real, tangible step toward democratizing this incredibly powerful technology, putting it into the hands of anyone who has a curious mind.
And that brings us to our final thought. For decades, the ability to analyze our planet at this scale was something reserved for a small handful of experts. Now that's all changing. The tools are becoming available to everyone. So the question isn't if we can analyze the planet anymore. The real question is, what will we choose to find? What questions will you ask?